Subscribe now and press the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Shani is the sixth planet of our solar system. It is the most beautiful planet in our solar system, and along with its beauty, it is also mysterious. In size and composition, this planet is very similar to Jupiter, and there are many things that make it a very fascinating planet in our solar system. The Romans called Shani the father of Jupiter, the king of gods, and the god of agriculture. Shani was the last planet that our ancestors knew about. The chemistry of Saturn, the second largest gas giant in our solar system, is also as strange as that of Jupiter. Hello friends, you are watching Documentary Library and I am your friend Shashi. In today's episode, we will learn about Saturn, the most beautiful planet in the solar system. Saturn is one of the 5 farthest planets that can be seen with the naked eye. And perhaps that's why we have known it since prehistoric times. Absolutely right. Yes. For the first time in 1610, Galileo Galilei observed the planet Saturn through a telescope. Before that, no one had seen Saturn's rings either. Galileo was the first person to see Saturn's rings. After him came Huygens. The largest moon is Titan, and Saturn has 4 more moons. Search for it. Testing Jackie Gap was discovered. After this, in 1789, William Herschel discovered 2 more satellites of Saturn, and after that, many more moons of Saturn were discovered. Tour Hilton. OK is counted among those satellites in our solar system where there is a possibility of life. Saturn's main spacecraft is being developed there. It has the greatest mass. Gagarin is from Pixar. It is believed that Saturn's core is also rocky, just like Jupiter's. What does Chaim Bartivus-Nichols say about this? But Saturn's core will be denser than Earth's. The diameter of Saturn's core is about 25,000 kilometers. This core is covered with metallic hydrogen. Outside of it is liquid hydrogen, and the outermost 1,000 kilometer layer is made of gaseous hydrogen and helium. The temperature of this planet's core is about 11,700 degrees Celsius. And that's why it radiates twice as much energy into space as it receives from the Sun. The distance from the Sun to Saturn is about 1.4 billion kilometers. It takes more than an hour and a half for the Sun's light to reach this planet. It takes Saturn 29.5 years to complete one orbit around the Sun, which is equal to 10,769 Earth days, meaning that 1 year on Saturn is equal to 10,769 Earth days. Every year, Saturn also experiences seasons just like Earth. If we talk about 1 day on Saturn, then the second shortest day in our solar system is on Saturn, which is about 10 hours and 45 minutes long. But this value is an average value because just like Jupiter, different regions of Saturn also rotate at different speeds. To understand this, 3 systems were created for Saturn. Saturn's north and south polar regions and the north and south equatorial belts were placed in System 1, which complete one orbit in 10 hours and 14 minutes. The remaining regions were placed in System 2, which completes one orbit in 10 hours, 38 minutes, and 25 seconds. The inner part of the planet has been placed in System 3, which has an orbit period of 10 hours, 49 minutes, and 23 seconds. But all these values were not accurate and precise. In 2004, Cassini was reaching Saturn, and the calculations obtained from this showed that the inner part of this planet has an orbiting period of 10 hours and 45 minutes. which is 36 seconds more than our estimated time. The latest estimation of a day on Shani planet was done in 2007. Based on data from the Voyager, Cassini, and Pioneer probes, its orbital period was measured as 10 hours, 32 minutes, and 35 seconds. Gone. This planet's atmosphere contains about 96% hydrogen and 3.25% helium. The exact amount of elements heavier than helium on Saturn is still not known for sure, but it is estimated that their mass could be up to about 30 times that of Earth, which could be present in its core. Traces of ammonia, ethane, acetylene, and methane have also been found in its atmosphere. Just like Jupiter, Saturn also has layers of clouds. The uppermost layer of clouds is made of ammonia crystals, and in the lower layers, clouds of ammonium, hydrosulfide, and water can also be found. Saturn also has a band pattern, but compared to Jupiter, these bands are much lighter in color and wider. The temperature of the upper cloud layers remains around 160 Kelvin, and the pressure is up to 2 bars, and only ammonia ice is found in these clouds. As you go deeper into its atmosphere and the pressure reaches up to 9.5 bars, water ice clouds begin to form, where the temperature rises to about 270 Kelvin, and in the lowest clouds, a solution of water and ammonia is found. In this region, the pressure remains around 20 bars and the temperature goes up to 330 Kelvin. On Shani Graha, the second fastest winds in the entire solar system blow, moving at a speed of 500 meters per second. The normal temperature of Shani Graha remains as low as minus 185 degrees Celsius, but due to the hot vortex at the South Polar region, the temperature here can go up to minus 122 degrees Celsius, which is considered the hottest place on Shani Graha. Shani Graha, it is the planet with the lowest density in our solar system. Its density is 0.687 grams per cubic centimeter, which is even less than the density of normal water. In 1990, the Hubble telescope saw a large white cloud, that is, a white cloud, on Shani Graha. This large cloud was actually a big storm on Shani, but the Voyager probe did not see it, and it became a mystery. Later, researchers found that this great white spot is a short-lived storm that forms once every 30 years. The next great white spot storm on Saturn will occur in 2020. There is a hexagonal cloud pattern formed in the North Pole vortex of Saturn, which rotates along with the planet. But how did this pattern form? It is still a mystery today. There is no vortex or hexagonal pattern at its south pole, but there is a very large and clearly visible storm which looks like an eyeball. Before this, such storms had only been seen on Earth. This storm has existed on Shani for billions of years. The planet Shani is also known for its planetary rings, which makes it a unique planet. We can see the rings of the planet Shani even with a small telescope. These are spread up to 120,700 kilometers from the equator of this planet, and the width of these rings is less than 1 kilometer. Saturn's rings are made up of 93% water ice and about 7% carbon. Even though these rings look very large, if the particles of the rings were combined to form a planet, its diameter would not be more than 200 kilometers. In 1980, the Voyager spacecraft saw a very mysterious thing in its rings, which was called spokes. These spokes are believed to be formed due to the interaction of the particles above and below Saturn's rings with the planet's magnetic field. And the strange thing is that these spokes are seasonal, disappearing between the Saturnian winter and Saturnian summer. But for now, these spokes are still a mystery, and how Saturn's rings actually came into existence is still a mystery today. We have already discovered Saturn's main moons, and they have also been officially named. But there are also hundreds and thousands of such small moonlets whose diameter is up to 500 meters, and these moonlets are orbiting in Saturn's rings, but they are not considered true moons. Titan is the largest satellite of this planet, and 90% of the mass of all the satellites and rings orbiting Saturn belongs to Titan. Titan is the only such satellite in our solar system where, just like Earth, there is an atmosphere and where complex organic chemistry is present. And in such an atmosphere, the chances of life existing increase a lot. Saturn's second largest moon is Rhea, and it is known for having a small ring system and an atmosphere just like Saturn. Many space probes have also been sent to study Saturn. In September 1979, Pioneer 11 was sent, which sent us images of this planet and some of its moons, but these images were of very low resolution. It also studied Saturn's rings, and Pioneer 11 recorded Titan's temperature as well. In November 1980, the Voyager 1 probe was sent, which sent us the first high-resolution images of Saturn, detailed information about the surface and atmosphere of Saturn's moons, as well as detailed information about Saturn itself. After Voyager 1's trajectory changed, in 1981, Voyager 2 conducted a close study of this planet, its atmosphere, rings, surface, climate, its moons, the atmosphere of the moons, and much more. After this, it was also sent towards Uranus. For Saturn, the Cassini-Huygens spacecraft was sent as a dedicated mission, which entered Saturn's orbit in 2004. It also sent us high-resolution photos and data. It also captured very rare images of Titan, which show rivers, lakes, and surface features on Titan, similar to those on Earth. This spacecraft released the Huygens probe on December 25, 2004, which landed on Titan on January 14, 2005, and since then we have been continuously receiving images and data from there. From this, we also found traces of liquid water and such particles present on Titan. It is believed that evidence of liquid water oceans on Titan was also found through Cassini. Cassini did not discover Saturn's rings or moons, nor did it discover Iapetus in 2006. Along with this, there are many questions that make the planet Saturn even more mysterious. How does Saturn generate its internal heat? How did Saturn's rings form? And why is its ring system so much larger than those of other planets? Why is it so strange? These are some questions that still remain unsolved. How exactly are the mysterious spokes formed? Why do these spokes appear? And do they also indicate something important?